Alright, boys and girls, remember before we went to art, how we measured our pumpkin? And we measured how tall our pumpkin is? So we know that when we put our cubes on the floor, we put our hand to measure and then we count how many cubes that is. We're gonna practice doing that with your very own pumpkin again. So when you get your pumpkin, I want you to keep it on the ground. Keep it on the floor until everyone has their pumpkin, because we're gonna do this together. Can you please pass the pumpkin to Sabrina? Pass that one to Marley. And Marley just made a good point. Remember how we had different pumpkins yesterday? So before we begin, when you get your pencils out, we're gonna erase the numbers on your page so that we can start over with our new pumpkin. Because our pumpkin's not gonna be the same size as it was yesterday. I see some friends that need to remember how to follow instructions. The instructions were to keep your pumpkin on the ground. Our instructions were to keep the pumpkin on the ground. That means do not touch it. That means leave it how it is. We need to use our listening ears. We need to look with our eyes, and we need to follow instructions. Please put your pumpkin on the ground. Thank you. Can you pass that pumpkin to Pedro? Sorry. Then measure the other side. We don't get to choose our pumpkins. We get just the look of the draw. I want you to take a pencil and pass it down. And when you get your pencil, remember we're going to take a pencil and pass it down. Remember we're going to erase. Just pick a pencil. They're all the same. Remember we're going to erase the numbers that we wrote yesterday because we're measuring different pumpkins today. So once you get your pencil, you need to erase the numbers you wrote yesterday because we're measuring different pumpkins. When everyone has erased, make sure you put your pencil underneath the clip until we're ready to use it, just like this. Your pencil underneath the clip. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Junior. So I said thank you. So I'm going to know that everyone's ready when their clipboard's in their lap, just like this, and their pencil's inside their clipboard. Marley. Alright, I see almost all of my friends ready to learn. Thank you. So boys and girls, we are going to measure our very own pumpkin, just like we practiced measuring this pumpkin.
That's my pumpkin.
It's hard to teach when other friends are talking over me, and that makes it hard for our other friends to learn. So you're going to get your 10 cubes, and you're going to line them up like that, and measure how tall your pumpkin is, just like we did together. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yours is 6 cubes tall. Make sure that yours, make sure yours stay together because they're really loose. Now when we're measuring, I want all eyes up here on me. When all eyes are on me, we can keep measuring. I want you to put your cubes just like this. Line your cube up with the pumpkin. Thank you, Daryl. You did exactly what I asked you to do. Everyone look at what Daryl's looks like right now. That's exactly what yours should look like. Do you see how Daryl has his cubes lined up next to his pumpkin and they're the same height? Let me see all of my friends doing that. Count how many cubes. Put your hand here and count how many cubes tall your pumpkin is. Good job. I see a lot of friends that are looking like they want to clip up. That makes me really excited. So when you know how many cubes your pumpkin is, I want you to write it just like we did earlier, where it says actual amount. And I want you to write your number that you found. So how many are you going to write? So you're going to write 5? So right there, write 5. How many are you going to write? You're going to write 2. Good job. How many are you going to write? 6. Good job. So make sure you write 6 right there. And then afterwards you can guess. You know how to make a 6, sweetie. If you don't know, look behind you. See where it says 6 right after 5? Does that help you write 6?
Your guess was 3. So that's the same thing. He has 2.
My goodness. That's so awesome. You guys guessed the same and you had the same amount.
We have 3. We both.
You have a good start. Good job. How many was your pumpkin? Good job. How many was yours? 3. How many did you get? So write 5 right there where your estimate is. How many was your pumpkin? 4. Good job. How many did you guess? Right, how many you guessed? Yours was 6. Good job. And you guessed 2? Good job. How many was yours? 8. And how many did you guess? What? Right, your 8 right there and your 4 right there. How many was yours?
I think you should stop.
7? Good job. So how many tall was it? You guessed 7, but how many tall was it? How many cubes tall? When you measured it, how many cubes tall was it? It was 6. So you need to switch those because you guessed 7 and then it was actually 6. And what did you guess? And how tall was it? So you guessed right. You guessed it was 6 cubes and that's how many cubes tall it was. Alright, all of our friends did such a great job. We all guessed and we all measured. And I can see by looking at your pumpkins that you left them on the carpet and that you stood it up straight to measure. That was very good. I'm so proud of my friends. Remember this pumpkin was 8. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can tell because when I put my hand there, it's up to the 8th cube. Now, oh my goodness. Friends, we need to make sure that we're following instructions and using our listening ears so that we can get to the super fun part of our lesson. So we need Bailey did a great job. We need to sit up straight, use our listening ears, because now we haven't done this. We didn't do this earlier when we were practicing. We are going to measure how round our pumpkin is, which is, do you remember from yesterday what that word's called?
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you remember what the word is called when we measure around the pumpkin. Junior, what's that word called? Remember when you measure all the way around the pumpkin?
Circumference.
Circumference, that's right.
I was
Good
gonna
job.
say circumference. Me too.
Good. Thumbs up if you Good job, boys and girls. So right now, friends who are listening are gonna get a string. And when we get our string, good job. We're gonna measure all the way around. But we're gonna do this as a class. So we're gonna do it all at the same time, okay? Alright? So I want my friends to first get all of their cubes, put their cubes back together. So there's 10 cubes all together. And hand them back to me.
Miss Bailey, I
You
only
can hand
have
it back to me because I have two now.
I only have two. Mine is like 7.
Alright, once everyone has their cubes back together and they should look like mine. Look up here, do your cubes match mine? Alright, good job. I want you to put them right down beside you. And we're not gonna touch them for right now. Put them down beside you. Beside you. Daryl. Where do you put your pencil? Show me where you put your pencil. Good job. See how Adeline has her clipboard in her lap? Her cubes are down beside her and her pumpkin's on the ground. That's how I want all of my friends to be looking. You are doing it. I see Marley doing it. I see Joshua doing it. I see Jordan doing it. I see Angel doing it. See Micah doing it. Good job, boys and girls.
It's almost like a pumpkin patch.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure the, what was the word you said, Junior? Circumference of the pumpkin. So we're gonna measure all the way around the pumpkin. But we're not gonna do it right now. When I give you your string, leave it on the ground for right now and we're gonna do it all together. So when you get your string, just leave it on the ground. You don't need to touch it right now. You don't need to touch it right now. We're gonna leave it on the ground until we're all ready to do it together. That's what it looks like a noodle.
Yeah, that looks like so noodle. Yeah, it looks like a I'm eating a noodle.
All right, boys and girls will show me they're ready to measure when their eyes are up here and they're looking at me. Yes, you can go flip up when we're all done. When we're all done. Because you have been an excellent example. All right, so we shouldn't have been touching our strings yet. They should still be on the ground, right where I left them.
I wasn't touching it.
All right, now everyone can pick up their string. Wrap it around your pumpkin. And then when the two ends meet, when you've wrapped it all the way around the middle of your pumpkin, it's kind of weird. Wrap it all the way around. Some of them are tricky, so I can come help you if you need help.
I need help. I need a little help here. So do I.
Marley's doing a good job. You have to do it carefully.
I just.
Hold this. Don't get frustrated. Let me know if you need help. There you go. Now hold it right there. And that's how. You're holding it? So then you can lay it out. And that's how long your pumpkin is. Now don't move it. Right there.
I got it.
Bailey got it. Good job. Once you get it, so I'm going to come around and help you, but I want all my friends to be trying it. Once you get it, make sure you mark where it is. I'm not going to cut right now. Make sure you mark where it is. And then I want you to lay it out flat and put your pumpkin right where your finger is. So you know how long it is.